Hello everyone, my name is Nishan and welcome to my channel. Do you have a long list of tasks that you needed to get done, but all you've been doing is going through reels on Instagram, being on YouTube, watching self-help videos, basically doing anything other than the task that you were supposed to complete?
I'm gonna get it done today! Tomorrow.
Well, I guess that makes you human because the big tech companies always get their pound of flesh.
Because you're greedy, schemy, and selfish.
Like, as you know, in a casino, the house always wins. So the way these guys always win is keeping us hooked and making sure that we're always watching these reels, kind of like on a slot machine, and we just keep playing and playing, but at the end, the house always wins. And in this case, it's much worse than just a gambling habit because it's taking away precious time from us.
All right, let's go to the casino then.
Well, today we're going to talk about what you can do so that you don't get stuck in this same paralysis and you can get your tasks done much sooner using science-based methods that's going to help you become the best version of yourself.
I'm the best you ever seen, Pat. I'm the best there is. Now, even if you beat me, I'm still the best.
While doing my research for this video to get to the bottom of why we can't achieve our tasks, I found this wonderful book called The Achievement Habit by Dr. Bernard Roth. So what is the achievement habit? Basically, it's closing the gap of what you want and what you do. Anyone can become an achiever, but first, you just have to learn how to do things. Think about how many people think of starting their own business, but probably just end up working for someone else their whole lives. Well, you can learn to close the gap between what you want to do and what actually gets done. So step number 1 is openness to failure. Failure pretty much defines every success story, and the more you can learn to fail and be open to it, and not only be open to it but love the fact that you get to fail is just one more try at respawning and trying again. And that is the difference between you and someone who refuses to fail and takes the safe way and always does the safe option and never ends up failing, and never ends up achieving anything. The biggest thing that you can do to achieve greatness, and there's one thing that you take away from this video, and that's such a key part of my life now and something that'll tremendously help you a lot, is openness to failure. That is the one thing that's the difference between people who achieve and people who just think about achieving. Think about it this way. Our lives are just one big exercise in constant problem solving. Problems are just an opportunity for you to learn and move forward. Step number 2, stop assigning a fixed meaning to everything in your life.
In Finnish, bro means a baby's erection.
We assign meaning to everything that happens to us. So, in order to make amazing achievement in your life, what you need to do is figure out a way how you label something. So, for example, if you're going through a bad situation, let's say you get laid off or you're going through a breakup, you can either label that in a fixed way where you say, this is bad. Or you can label this as, this is part of my journey. I need to learn how to find meaning for this and what was the teaching that I can get from it. So everything that happens to you, whether it's good or bad, don't immediately assign some kind of negative context to it. So if you learn the art of, let's say you're cooking something, you drop an egg breaks. That's so frustrating and you might be really pissed off. But this is, in a weird way, a way for you to learn how to grab that egg in the future so that you don't drop it again. Everything in your life you can turn into something positive. So you must learn, don't put any fixed labels on anything. Everything is open for interpretation and everything that happens to you happens for the best. Step number 3, reasons are just excuses to avoid making decisions. Always have reasons for everything. Imagine one day you hold the door open for an old lady and 10 minutes later you find a $100 bill. You might, in your mind, think that, hey, I did something good for that old lady, and that's why I got this $100 bill. But the truth is, there is no correlation. Whether when you do something good and something good happens, or when you do something bad and something happens. But the truth is, one of the key aspects to becoming someone who makes achievement a part of their habit is learning not to make this type of correlation. If you think about it, of all the different decisions, the millions of decisions that different people all over the world take, but most likely almost all decisions end up being the same. Maybe you get married, you have kids, you die. Usually in between some of the decisions that make an impact in your life, the end road is the same. So the truth is, learn to make more decisions and don't give yourself a reason not to make decisions. So the truth is, if you want to achieve a lot, you need to start making lots and lots of decisions. And that's why you should adopt a bias towards action and an aversion to failure. Step number 4. The best way to solve a problem is by reframing it. A lot of times, the best way to achieve our destination, we always feel when we have to get to a desired destination, there are certain kind of obstacles that are way out of our control. Whether it's lack of money, maybe you don't have the skills, maybe you don't have the talent, maybe you weren't meant to do it anyway. But the truth is, all these kinds of obstacles are just problems that need to be reframed in your mind, and they can be easily solved. So the best way, the easiest way where you can fix this problem is replace the word but with and. For example, if you have a sentence, I want to go to the movies, but I have work. All you say is, I want to go to the movies and I have work. When you add the word but, you're unnecessarily introducing conflict where there doesn't need to be conflict. Yes, you want to do something fun, and yes, you also have to do your work. So when you reframe the situation, whereas you have to do the things you want to do and you have to do the things you have to do. And along the same lines, you can also change about the things that you have to do with want to do. So if you need to shoot a YouTube video, you don't need to say, I have to shoot the YouTube video. Tell yourself, I want to shoot the YouTube video. If you have to go to the gym, don't tell yourself, oh my God, I have to go to the gym in the morning. Just tell yourself, I want to go to the gym in the morning. I want to work out. I want to eat healthy. So these are great things how you can reframe the same problems with better solutions by just a simple change of mental words. Step number 5. If you want to become an achiever and achieve great things, start identifying yourself as an achiever. Since we're children, we start identifying our self-image with our teachers and what our parents tell us. You know, if your parents told you that you were just never good enough to make it into like something extraordinary, since we are children, we just start internalizing it. And once we become adults, let's say you're not at a place in life where you need to be, maybe you just tell yourself, oh, maybe I'm not just that great. Maybe I'm just mediocre. Maybe that's who I am. But the truth is, people who achieve great things, they don't think like that. They tell themselves they are the best, no matter how bad they are. You think after a great UFC fighter loses a fight, in their mind, they are telling themselves they're some kind of loser? I'm sure they go through rough patches, but the ones who end up achieving greatness, they tell themselves that whether they win or they lose, they are achievers. So one of the best things that you can do is change the self-talk and tell yourself that you are not mediocre and you are an achiever. You are great. So if you can constantly remind yourself that you are not just some mediocre person, this will help you tremendously because you will look at yourself differently and you will have the self-image to go with that. And that's going to help you achieve great things. All the science-backed research turns out there are no lucky people and there are no losers. Start following the simple steps that I've given you here and you will start seeing tremendous achievement in your life, and that's going to help you do great things. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. Please like and subscribe if you can, and I will see you next time in the next video.